Hey there. We're going to do a walk around video of my 66 Mustang GT. So if you've seen a copy of my book, read my book Driven, and if you haven't, hopefully you'll buy a copy and check it out here. But this car I first saw when I was 13 years old in 1983, and that was an eternity ago. It took me 4 years to buy it. In 1987 I got it. It looked very similar to this, but not as nice. And my dad and I spent just about every day working on this car. It was very cool. This car gave me significance in a little small town of hot rodders that, you know what, let's say at 17 years old, it was cool to be that guy with that car. And anyway, so sold the car in 88. Wish I'd never sold it. Bought it back in 97. And here we are quite a while later. So let's do a video. So this is originally a 66 GT. A 4-speed car, 289. When I saw it in 1983, it had this Hertz paint job on it, the black and gold. So you'll notice that that's pretty symbolic of another style Mustang, but hey, it was cool for me. The car originally came with the GT fog lights. The car was originally green with the white GT stripe at the bottom. And like I said, had a 4-speed. So how you see the car now is how it looked whenever I first got it. In 1987, but it's the reinvented version. So it has the right wheels and tires, brakes, 4-wheel disc brakes all the way around. In video 2, I'll show you the engine. It's pretty cool. It's a 347 stroker, 2 4-barrels. I didn't do fuel injected here. Wanted something a little bit different. Inside, now I will warn you, the car has been covered up since the last car show. I have not cleaned it inside, but check it out. So I have the painless wiring, which is everything is controlled on the center console. Every toggle has a purpose. Nothing in the dash other than the gauges is functional. It's just there for looks. It's a 3000 stall and a C4 transmission. The odometer gauges are a right fit. If you'll notice, we took the radio out and the original instrument bezel and made that custom stainless steel one. Bondoed over where the radio goes, and in the glove box is the ignition fuse block and all sorts of little goodies in there. So this is a copy of my book Driven. You'll see the back of the car. This book, it's about a Mustang, and it's about a young boy, myself, and my dad. Spending a lot of quality time together. He since passed away, so that time we spent was huge. You know, hot rods have that unique ability to bring people together, whether it be groups of people or family members or whoever. So anyway, hot rods have a life, and a Mustang is just, to me, it's the pinnacle of it. You'll see in the back of the car, I've got the original GT fuel cap. Now this car does have a fuel cell in it. You can see that hanging down on the bottom. My fuel fill is actually in the trunk, so the gas cap is just there for looks. Everything is pretty much, appearance-wise, is original, other than the fuel cell hanging down underneath the back of the car. And you'll notice that the paint job on this car is very, very good. The body work is excellent. This car actually looked like a golf ball when I got it back in 1997. It had all kinds of rust and dings, and I mean, every square inch had something wrong with it. So you'll notice in here, there again, I've left the original emergency brake hookup. You'll see the clutch pedals all the way back against the firewall. If I ever wanted to put a manual transmission back in here, I would. Got a few things that, like I said, we're still working on. You'll notice the GT 350 steering wheel. Obviously that wasn't original, but it's what I wanted. And this car originally came with the black pony interior, and so we just refinished that. I do know that this car at high speeds on a track will swell the headliner up. So if you ever take one of these old cars around a track on a show day, you might want to roll your windows up. This car is actually pretty cool. I finished building it. I haven't really touched anything since 2004, and that's when we debuted it at the 2004 Mustang show in Nashville, Tennessee. We were going to take it to Charlotte this year, but because of bad weather, predicting tornadoes and heavy winds, I just was not taking my car in that. And a little joke behind that is, we went down there, we just had thunderstorms, no big deal, but back here where the car was in the garage, There was a tornado about 5 miles from here. Didn't do a lot of damage, but imagine me in Charlotte without my car, and then the tornado was back home 5 hours away. It was bad timing. Now, I got this little bit of damage here on the paint job. Now, this happened in 2004 on the Super Speedway. So I have to tell you, this is something that we're going to leave because it sort of tells a story. Video 2, you're going to see the engine. Cars bring us together with another place in time. You know, sometimes when you get a little bit older, you want a car, your original hot rod, or you want one like your original hot rod. Or maybe you've never had one and now's the time. Just hot rods are really cool. So check out our next video, and I hope you like my 66 Ford GT Mustang.